So here we are. Trade deadline was today. Now there was some trades that happened yesterday. There was a trade with the Penguins, a three-way trade by the way. But start to the Penguins for Ian Cole, Gustafson, and a draft pick, which is not that important. And Pittsburgh also gave Reeves to Vegas, so that's something. So Cole was actually traded just at 9:50 a.m., which is weird because he was recently traded to Ottawa yesterday, but Ottawa didn't seem to have any interest in him, so they just signed out to third and more trade. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with this trade. I feel like Cole's going to be more fit into Columbus than Pittsburgh because Mike Sullivan is really saying just play, don't become that physical type, which one to Stanley Cups, I think. Yeah, this that is some of the guidelines. So the problem with Jack Collins is that he's kind of broke. He's kind of broke. His parents drew multiple amount of dollars for him, and now he really doesn't have much for himself. So tough time for him. And Eric Carlson is in the headlines for pretty much every single team. He's the best defenseman in the NHL right now. Best defenseman ever, probably this one, but you know. And then there's Martin McDonald, who was actually traded to the Lightning for Nemestikov and some other people that probably not gonna be that important. Mike Green's also there too, although I don't see anything wrong with Mike Green. I mean, he just made the All-Star game, so. Well, no one's out. I'm not surprised. I mean, Buffalo's defenses are really the best. But the thing is, Robin isn't necessarily the best goalie either. But once again, it's not on the goalie, it's on the defense to actually protect the goalie at all costs. Goalie's like the last line defense. What's left for the Blues? So Blues 6 games skid. Just looking for some rentals. That's for all. Waiver claims: Chris Stewart to the Flames, O'Donnell to the Flyers, and Morg all to the Avalanche. So Paul Stastny is actually going to the Winnipeg Jets. So they give away Eric Foley and a contender 4-round pick in the 2020. So that's a long ways to go. And of course it's conditional, so it may not actually be in effect. So Winnipeg just get even deadlier at this point. Another team that got stronger was either Vegas and Tampa Bay. And Tampa Bay has been doing really well in the first time of the season, and then they kind of fell. They're 10-8 right now, but they're still in the playoff contention, so I guess they don't have to worry. But they can get knocked out. Harmon to the Predators, which is kind of surprising because I know that the Blackhawks are trying to get the old game back because they lost in the first round twice, being swept by the Nashville Predators in the recent Stanley Cup playoffs. They got 2 draft picks, 2018 first and 4th round, and Victor Edsel. Not sure how to say that. That's Scandinavian. So rookie season, he had a relatively good year, 22 goals, but he hasn't been doing well this year. So Yeah, it's just sweet. So no idea. So basically, what Blackhawks is that they pretty much new pieces, I guess, and probably make them better. Then I might have traded Philip home from Vancouver to Vegas for Brandon Lefchick. Really nothing that much. Okay, Ducks and Islanders swapped that for us, so the Ducks they'll Wagner and for Islanders Chimera. Wagner Chimera weren't really that good. They're like 4 liners, as shown in this article. Um, so the Lightning, Capitals, Maple Leafs, and Penguins were interested in McDonough, and McDonough ended up being with the Lightning. 4.7 million cap hit. I don't think the Penguins actually have that much cap hit for that, so I'm probably not gonna matter. Less than an hour to go, so the trade lands at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And Evander came to San Jose for Dan O'Regan. The problem with Kane is that he's not really a great locker guy. He got some confrontation with that, and he does kind of brag about money on his social media account. Although he probably doesn't do it as much anymore because he probably saw what was going on and he decided to drop the whole thing. But he still has ISL behavior that's probably not desirable by many teams. But San Jose desperately needed an offensive option because they're not having great time scoring. And they've been choking many games this season. I mean, this team lost to Edmonton, who was pretty much having a fluke year. Who pretty much had a fluke year last season, and now they're almost not in the playoffs. And total finger on the move again. Canucks had dealt him to the Blue Jacket for Mott and Jokinen. 4 teams this season for Jokinen. That's a lot of teams. He used to play in Pittsburgh and then Florida and whatever the hell happened to him. He's a great shootout guy, but you don't really see shootouts that much in the NHL. Because this league's getting younger, so I guess that's the reason why. Offense for Columbus isn't doing well. 29th. That's an all-time low for them. Like, I know Columbus hasn't been really doing the best the couple few years except for 2017 and 2014, but other than that, they haven't really improved that much. Of course, they do have Total Rail and Ian Cole to actually break up the blue line, but I don't see that enough. Carson will not be moved. It's a good sign that Ottawa still try to keep someone's score intact. Wing goes to the Bruins, doesn't really matter. Red Wings shipped Thomas Tatar to the Golden Knights, so this is 15 minutes after the trade deadline. Red Wings acquired 3 picks, 4th, 2nd, and 3rd. During 16 goals to 28 points. Nice 3 second scoring goal in Vegas. Red Wings on future assets. I'm not gonna lie. They would be doing well since that 25-year playoffs streak actually ended. Because they don't have that Suk, they don't have Listrom, they don't really have the quality players that they had used to before, and the quality players they had before aren't really good now. Can you send Joe Morrow to the Jets for a 4th-round pick? Then we move to point with defenseman Jacob Trogorev on the sidelines, and Tobias Lindstrom to have a leave practice today because of an injury. Good move. Well, this is Patrick Maroon to the Devils, so Devils are going to have some more speed due to Maroon here. Who I previously tell Hall Edmonton. Well, sent Mike Riley to the Canadiens for 5th-round pick. Minor move, doesn't really matter. Penguins acquired Josh Lewis from Hurricanes for Greg McKegg. McKegg hasn't been doing real well either. He appeared in some games in the beginning of the season, but that's really all. And the highlight trade, the biggest trade in the trade deadline, Ryan Redana heads to the Lightning. So it was the first thing that I mentioned previously. He's actually heading to the Lightning for Libor Hajek, Ben Holden, Vladislav Nemestikov, 2018 first-round pick, potential 2nd round in the conditional second round pick. So once again, Lightning are desperately pushing for Stanley Cup playoffs. Last time they reached the finals, defeated by Chicago, and then last time they actually reached the playoffs, they were decimated by the Penguins. Well, they weren't decimated by the Penguins. It was 4-3, but they were knocked out by the Penguins. And last season, they got Stamkos got injured, so that means Kucherov. So that means the team wasn't really doing well. So basically, what's the deal with the Lightning is that Stamkos is pretty much their overall leader, and if he's injured, the team is not going to do well. So it's important to keep him healthy, otherwise, Lightning is not going to go that far. And that's really all. I mean, biggest headline, obviously, we're down to the Lightning. Fun fact: Lightning and the Rangers actually completed a deal. I'm not sure when, but it was like 2012. They traded captain for captain, so St. Louis, I think it was St. Louis for Callahan. Callahan to the Rangers and. No, wait, it's Callahan to the Lightning and St. Louis to the Rangers. I believe. So, that's pretty much it for the trade deadline this year. So, a lot of major moves, a lot of minor moves. I think there's really no winner as of right now. We just have to see after the trade deadline is actually concluded. So that should do it for the video. I'll talk to you guys. Maybe not forever. Probably wait for like 1-2 months before I upload again. It's just how things work out for me. So see you on the flip side.